All right. Here we are once again doing a solo session with Austin. Um, Completely impromptu, so don't be totally surprised that you're like, well, why didn't we find out that we were having another session? Well, because it was kind of Austin's idea and it was kind of last minute, and it's kind of like, you know what? Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Um, so, very, very, very minor retcon of last session. After spending a couple of hours exploring the western end of the Amber Temple, including 3 of the Amber sarcophagi vaults on the lower floor, the party decided we're really winded. We've used a lot of our magic. If we run into something along the lines of what we've already run into, we might be royally fucked. Um, even
Yep.
though even though Esmeralda and Rictavio are actually pretty well-to-do spells-wise, they're like, yeah, we're just here to tag along. We'll rest with you and make sure that everyone is a-okay. So the party collectively decides to backtrack all the way back to the previous campsite, catch the wolf up on what everything that went down was, um, cook up some more food out in the campsite, maybe watch the sunset, such as it is, from the top of the Mount Gacchus. Well, almost top of Mount Gacchus where you guys are at.
Mhm.
Uh, does Esmeralda and Ruric want to do anything during the day and afternoon before the evening kicks in?
Let me think. Hmm,
I mean, she'll offer to take a look at your weapons and hone their edges for them.
okay. I mean, that's always helpful.
Yep.
I'll definitely oblige to that. Um, I don't really know what I kind of got almost, well, at least I thought I did. Can I roll insight maybe to see if I learned all of her backstory when I kind of talked to her on the wagon ride to the Amber Temple,
Sure.
or if there's more to uncover?
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. So I will be rolling. I will be rolling some virtual dice today.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So let's see what we get here.
Meanwhile, your camera's frozen out, all blurred out state.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I just don't have another phone to actually do this with.
Nice. Or tablet, or laptop, or PC.
So we are looking at a 12. Plus 6 will be 18.
All right. So as far as the basics, personal history, personality, background kind of stuff, yeah, you've got everything. Like anyone that has lived an adventurous life, such as her or even yourself, uh, there's so many experiences you've gone through that there's almost never going to be a time where you have told all of your stories to somebody, and the same is true of her. But the essence, yeah, you got a pretty good solid grip on her. She's never had a solid romantic relationship before because she's never adventured with anyone who's as mobile as her, other than Rictavio, but she considers him more of an uncle or father figure as opposed to romance. So she's never really had the opportunity to be involved in a deep romance because of just being too mobile. She loves the mobility of being a monster hunter and adventurous. Uh, that's not to say she hasn't had romances. Of course, she had some growing up with her fellow Vistana children as they went through puberty and into their teens. But none of them serious enough to make her settle down and stay her itchy feet. She very much has the mindset that monstrous things that are non-benevolent should be destroyed because they are a danger and a blight upon the land, a corruption to an otherwise peaceful place. She doesn't particularly care about the rules unless they are helping her.
Right.
whatever needs to happen in order to get something done is what's going to happen in order to get it done. Rules be damned. Because of this, she has run into troubles with her fellow Vistani from time to time, such as the horse that she stole to get here, or to get to Ricavio's tower when you first met her.
Right. Aragorn didn't seem too happy about that.
No, he didn't. Partly because of the fact he recognized the horse's gear as from being from his camp. So as far as he's concerned, that is his brother's horse because that is his brother's camp that it was stolen from.
Right. Awkward.
But Esmeralda, you can tell she does not give any shits. She never really claimed any ownership of that horse. She just needed to use it to get from point A to point B, and she did.
She definitely did.
Yep.
Well, Well, Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess at this point, it's like if I don't start asking some questions here, it's gonna be like, really, Ruric, you're that oblivious. You're that oblivious, Ruric. Let's just say that. Okay, we'll put it this way: Ruric was, being forcibly oblivious, as in kind of like
deliberately
suspending his disbelief for a second, as in.
Right.
Just kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna act like this isn't happening right now, and maybe it'll just go away.
Right.
And it won't keep happening, but it has kept happening.
Yep.
So therefore, Rourke will kind of, as she's working with the weapons and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty straightforward. He doesn't want any bullshit anymore. He's kind of looking for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna kind of look at her and be like, why are you doing this?
What do you mean, in particular?
Do you know how old I am?
Dwarves age faster than, or in age slower than humans. I know this. It doesn't bother me.
Sorry, go ahead.
In relative terms, you're only a few years older than I am. In literal terms, you're much older than I am. I understand this, but in relative terms, you're not that much older.
Nothing good will ever come of this, right? I'm already gonna live to be longer, and you're gonna die.
Well, with any luck, I will die doing what I love, and with any luck, you will die doing what you love. Or you'll grow happy and old watching your grandchildren. Either way, why should we deny ourselves happiness in the meantime?
He doesn't like appear to be like annoyed or agitated in any way, but just kind of stern, as in like he knows that anything like this can't transpire.
Mm-hmm.
What you're feeling ain't real feelings, lass. It's lust, and that is not what I seek, and I don't think it's what you seek either. I hope that isn't what you seek.
Well, if that's how you feel, I understand. Just know that you don't have to be lonely.
I'm not lonely. I have my friends.
She'll just kind of cock her head at you.
He'll kind of blush for a second and be like, shut your trap.
She'll laugh at that.
And he'll say, more or less along the lines of, look, I hate to sound like a Rictovia right now, but you got to stop these advances. I'm sorry. I hope you can respect that.
I can.
I appreciate your company. Don't get the wrong ideas here. I really do. And your presence has been most welcome, especially your abilities. I mean, back there at that dust lot, that was fucking awesome.
It's her turn to blush now a little bit.
Yeah. So please don't get the wrong idea when I say this. And it's not like you're unattractive or anything. I mean, but you're not. That's not what I'm saying. That's not the point of this.
She will both blush and laugh at you at the same time. I
It's just
understand what you're trying to say, and I do appreciate that you're not leading me on like some people have done in the past. And she'll just kind of roll her eyes at the memory. And with that, she'll hold out your weapon that she's now done sharpening with one hand, put her other hand on your shoulder, and give you a kiss on the forehead. You're still very sweet. Even if you're not accepting my advances, you're very sweet, and I value you too.
I'll just kind of grunt.
And if you need any other weapons sharpened, let me know. And I do mean any, although you're not likely to take me up on most of those.
He will walk away to hide his face.
She'll giggle a little bit again, and she'll go back over to her wagon to do something.
Okay. And about what time is it right around when they get done with their conversation?
That would probably be like post-lunch, early afternoon.
Okay, so it hasn't gotten like dark yet or anything.
No, you think by the time the long rest is done, it'll be the middle of the night because of the whole 24-hour time period thingy.
Okay, and are we? But is this? We're not in the temple anymore. We went back to our wagons. We're outside the temple.
So the wagons are parked in that little niche off to the one side of the temple, and you guys have that crevice in the wall that you guys can slip in and out.
Okay, and so who is awake and who is asleep right now?
Being that it's still daylight out, pretty much everyone is kind of awake.
Well, I wish I had a ye old alarm clock right about now. Let me think here. So, judging by, I mean, I'm sure that we've set up, as we're about to get into this long rest, I'm sure that we have set up some type of, sleep schedule by now.
Yep.
As far as like who's going to be up watching on guard and who's going to be, asleep.
Yeah, you've probably volunteered for the watch that goes from sundown to midnight, we'll say.
Okay. All right. So I guess that means that I'll probably take my rest first. Okay. I'll go ahead and do that then, and wait until it's my turn to pull Night Guard.
Okay. The sun is just starting to set. The light has already thoroughly begun to fade and is almost gone when Aragol comes over, shakes you awake. Oi. It's time for you to get up. I'm gonna go lie down myself. Try not to let any more of those flame skulls get us, eh?
I hope never mind. Sure, Aragol. I won't let them get us.
Right. Us, not me. Right. You do that.
Can I roll insight to see if he's genuinely kind of like
amused? Yeah.
Maybe not amused, but is he actually somewhat maybe... Is he getting attached at all to our party in any way?
Okay, that's what you wanted to roll for. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay. Once again, I gotta freeze my face. All right.
Well, it could be worse.
So I'm guessing this is insight?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So that is going to be a 19.
Okay. Familiarity, casual comfort, yes. Loyalty and affection, not so much.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Now, what would be really awkward would be if Sylphan tried to go for the bad boy instead of the old guy.
Oh, man. That would have been something, wouldn't it?
It definitely would have.
That mind will cross Ruric's, his thoughts. Or that thought will cross his mind, kind of. He'll just kind of think about it, like, and chuckle to himself, like kind of a little heartily,
Cool.
And then I'll kind of look over at Aragol and I'll be like, "Don't go getting too attached to any of us now. You hear?
I'll only get to touch you guys briefly, and you'll go over to his bedroll and lay down.
I'll just. Ruric will just like there's like a little vein right here starts pumping a little bit.
You kind of get the impression that when he says attached, he means like stab, attached, not attached.
Yeah. I think he can get the gist of what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
He didn't like that very much, but
it's still funny.
Oh well. It's funny. All right. I'll go and start standing guard. And wait until I can hear the rhythmic kind of breathing of maybe him while he's sleeping.
Yep. By now, everyone else has already dozed off as well. It really only takes him like 30 minutes to get settled in and go to sleep.
Okay. Can I roll perception to make sure that everybody seems to be sleeping?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Freeze frame.
Yep. Annoying, I know.
No, hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. So that's another 13, but 13 plus my perception is +4, so 17 overall.
Nice. Sorry, I'm just picturing Walter from that one Jeff Dunham lineup. I wonder if terrorists ever play that trick on each other. What trick? Oh, you know, the one where they mess around with a fuse. Click. What the? Oh, did you see his face? Did you see Habib's face? It's gone now, but did you see his face?
Nice.
Sorry, with the whole freeze frame and your face being frozen partway through, or the wall behind you, or something, it just came to mind as fitting. Did you see his face?
Not bad. Not bad.
So you said 19 total?
17.
17. Okay. So yeah, about a half hour into your watch, you're pretty sure everyone has settled in for an evening's rest and is asleep.
Okay. Ruric is at this point. How should I put this? Ruric is at this point. He's kind of tapping his foot, like not so much, not like furiously tapping his foot, but more of like a nervous kind of fidget type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some beads of sweat starting to pop up across his brow a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's starting to kind of get an itch as he's thinking more and more about the Ember Temple and what kind of secrets might lie within.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like not so much. It's not like it's more along the lines of he's almost like suffering from withdrawal.
Right.
So at that point, Ruric is going to decide, I can't take this anymore.
I
gotta go back in.
All right. So you know that on this current level, in that hallway that had the flame skulls, there's 2 sets of doors you have not explored yet, and then of course you know about the Ember sarcophagi downstairs that you possibly want to go back and talk to. And then of course you know about the hallway that goes into the main chamber and how to get to the library from there.
Right. Okay. Well, I think Ruric will first take the safe route to the Amber sarcophagi that gave Ruric the 3 scrying spells.
Okay.
So.
Yep. The Nothics have not returned to that room. In fact, they seem to have shut the door to the one that they were in where the death slot had been, and seem to just be hanging out in that room, or at least that door is shut. You would imagine that the Nothics are still in there talking with the vestiges that are in there.
Okay. Ruric is going to go over to the Amber sarcophagi and place his hand on it.
Okay, I have to look at which one that is. 33D. Here we go, and so that was Kirad. All right. Ah, you have returned.
I have. I have some questions for you, if you are willing to answer them.
I might be. Or you could just use your newfound abilities for yourself to find the answers.
True enough, I could. However, maybe you would be willing to part with a few more snippets of information.
Maybe. I do enjoy these kinds of games.
So Ruric will ask him, you know of the lich that resides in this temple, yes?
I do.
Do you know where he lies?
Where his resting place is?
Where he
Hmm.
specifically?
Ah, where he is currently at this exact moment.
Yes.
Hmm. I could find out. When I last checked in on him, he was trying to remember the spells in his spellbook in the library. But, well, was it there? In any case, that was some hours ago. It's entirely possible he's moved somewhere else.
Could you maybe check for me?
I could, but you have the ability yourself. Why don't you look? After all, I might see he's one place and send you somewhere else.
What did he say? I'm sorry.
That he might see the Lich in one place and send you somewhere else.
Mm,
If you were to see for yourself, then you would know exactly where he is. There would be no confusion, no misdirection, no chance for an accident.
mm. So I have 3 scrying spells, correct? From him.
Mm-hmm.
And I can cast them with no components needed.
Correct.
We already. I know that I'm at least saving 2. Um, for various things with Straw's Castle and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and that does leave 1 open. However, it could be something that pops up that I really want to know about or see. All right, let me. Okay, I'll say. Well, yeah, you do have a good point. However, I think that maybe me bringing in my other companions and having other possible sources for you to make bargains with has maybe warranted me maybe a little bit more than what you have given me. I could
Hmm.
maybe convince them to accept your gift if you are willing to be truthful and scry for me.
You'll see, though, I have a tendency to repay that which has already been paid, as opposed to pay in exchange for a promise.
Mm,
If you were to bring them here and they were to accept my gift, then I would consider giving you more information.
very well. I don't think we have a deal here, but I appreciate the information about the Lich at all. Anyway,
You're welcome, I'm sure. Anything else I can help you with tonight?
that will be all for now. And I'll kind of
Alright.
take my hand off of his sarcophagi.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Then I will cast one of my scrying spells that he gave me and attempt
Alright.
to locate this lich.
So he gets a wisdom saving throw
Oh no.
to see whether or not he is even aware that he's being scryed upon. which I need to look up his. Let's see. Total 16, I believe.
That will match my DC. Yeah.
All right. So you go to cast the spell, and your vision and focus dulls, your hearing deadens. You start to kind of have a floating sensation, and you almost begin to lose orientation in the ground that you're standing in. And then your awareness shifts to a very blurred, almost tunnel vision blurred view of a skeletal figure leaning over a table, and he almost seems to look up in your direction and then gesture for you to come forward, and then he goes back to whatever it is that he's working on and just kind of ignores you from that point.
By what the one Amber sarcophagi has told me about, and like gaining a knowledge from the Nothics about the rest of the temple, can I kind of discern where this room might be located?
No. But what you can see around him is that it doesn't appear to be a library of any sort. It does appear to be a table or desk that he is standing next to. The walls are of stone. If you try and like move your perspective around, because all you can really look at and focus at is him, and any other surroundings are as though viewed from the peripheral vision, so they're very blurred out. As you move around your perspective to try and look at him from different angles, you can see what looks like some doors on a couple of different walls that lead out to other places, but those doors are currently closed, and you can't really see where they are. But from what you can see through very blurred, almost picture like when you've got rain running down the window of your car, and it's coming down super thick, and it's just that warply, ripply visage that you can't really see through. You can see where there's trees, you can see where there's people, you can see where there's cars, but you can't make out real details. Unless you know a specific person very, very well, you can't identify them unless they get like right up next to you, kind of thing. That's kind of the vision that you have, is just like a super hazy, super misty, super unfocused, warped and rippling around him, so you can barely pick up any significant detail of what's around him. But you would guess that he is in some kind of personal chamber, bed chamber type place.
Can I actually move closer to him, like as he beckoned me to?
You can certainly try to, but all that's really going to do is zoom your point of focus in on his face. You personally, your body, is standing still where you've cast the spell until you end it.
Right. Can I converse with him in any way?
No.
Not at all?
No. Like, you can try, and he is either very good at ignoring you, there's not even a twitch of noticing you, or it doesn't work at all. So it's either not working or he's very good at ignoring you.
Is there any way that I can change within this right now, this time? Is there any way that I can change my target to scry on?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, it doesn't look like I can do much besides kind of look at him.
Yep.
But he's going over a tome of some sort?
He seems to be, or maybe trying to maybe mix some sort of concoction. How he's moving and fidgeting with all this stuff is almost like he gets partway through a project and then pauses, looks back at what he was doing before at a different part of the table, and it's like, now what was I working on again?
But he definitely looks like a lich.
Yeah, he definitely looks like someone who is both skeletal and senile.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Well, I don't think I'm gonna learn much else here. I mean, can I? You said that there's not. It's really hazy and stuff, except for him.
Yep. He's perfectly clear and crystal. Everything else is really hazy and hard to pick out details. Like, you got a general layout of the room, but it's very general.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll end the spell there then.
Your vision and hearing return to you, and you find yourself once again in the Hall of Alabaster Statues.
Okay. At this point, Ruric is going to make his way back to the amber door that held the death slot.
Okay.
And he's going to open the door just a little bit and see if the Nothics are in there.
It appears to be arcane locked again.
Oh, fuck.
Got him.
Yeah. Yeah, well. Oh, wait a second. I heard the password for that door.
Yeah, you did.
And I wrote it down on not my character sheet, on a different sheet of paper. Started with an H.
Yep, you are correct.
It was Harvok? No.
Oh, you're close. You've got the Har and you've got a K, correct, but not necessarily in those particular locations.
Is it like Hakar or?
You're getting there.
Hakaram? Hakar.
You're getting there.
Oh, fuck. Dang it.
It's like, if you can remember this all on your own, that'll be an inspiration point in and of itself.
It was Hakarl?
Getting closer.
Dang it. I'm really thinking back here. Hakaram.
No.
Dang it, that wasn't it? Okay.
No.
I thought that was it.
Would you like to make an intelligence roll?
Yeah. I think I might need to. Alright.
Alright, meanwhile, I'm going to grab an ice pack.
Gotcha.
I'll let you know when I'm back on.
Okay.
Alright.
So, 13.
Alright. Harkotha.
Harkotha. That's what it was. I was close.
Yeah, you were close. You were dancing around it.
Yeah.
So much for that inspiration point, but okay.
That's okay. I'll say the password Harkotha.
Yep. It opens up, and the Nothics look up, surprised that it would open up magically. They see you, recognize you, and they try to speak to you in Undercommon.
Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna have to cast tongues again, but that's okay. All right, I'll cast tongues. That way, I'm able to actually speak to them in Undercommon.
Yep.
I'll say greetings. You know, just a general greeting.
they'll respond, "Ah, you're back."
Yeah. So I was wondering, you were talking about earlier about your the lich that basically is the master of this temple, right?
All right, try to remember the voices that I had for the Nothics. Uh, Stitch, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Right.
Oh yes, he's running around from time to time. We haven't seen him for a few days though.
Hmm. Do you know if? Oh yeah. Do you know maybe like a favorite place for him to hang out or anything like that?
Mm, well, if it's not the library, then maybe his personal chambers. There's nothing really for us in there, so we don't even bother going in.
Could you maybe give me directions to his personal chambers?
Just because I'm curious on the flavor of how that would go, let me look something up real quick.
Hmm.
Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Well, actually, it's been some time, but yeah, we could do that. Do you have paper or something to write on? We'll give you a map.
Yeah, Ruric will have he has some parchment.
Cool. So they will sketch out the easiest way to get to his chambers, which is actually going to be to go back up the stairs to the hallway that the Flame Skulls had been in, and through a few more chambers onto a balcony in the main chamber, back into some more chambers and hallways. They mark a couple of secret doors, and on into the Lich's personal quarters.
Okay, and from before, like the knowledge that I gained before, just about the layout of this place, I would know where the library is in conjunction to everything as well, right? Just in case I need to go there.
Yes. You would know roughly where the library is. In fact, having on occasion studied the map that you guys found in the mines of Fandelver, you would actually recognize what the Nothics have drawn up for you, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's what that chamber is."
Ah, I see. Okay. Uh, is there any chance that maybe I could get one of you to escort me there?
But the messages, they're telling us things.
Maybe we could make a bargain then.
Sorry, but no.
And at that point, they'll non-verbally end the conversation and turn back to the various sarcophagi.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I'll just I'll let the door close behind me then, and based on kind of the map that they drew on that piece of parchment and lining
Yep.
it up with our original Amber Temple kind of layout, I'll I'll start walking towards. I'll start taking that route.
Okay. So you get back up the stairs, you go back out through that central doorway into the hallway where the Flame Skulls had been. You skip past the third door on that left-hand side, and you go up to the double doors, open it up, and you find a torch-lit chamber with a 30-foot long table fully set with what appears to be a fresh feast. Specifically, torches in sconces illuminate a dining table in the center of the room. Covering the table is a magnificent feast that fills the hall with the rich smells of cooked meat, sweet vegetables, piping hot gravy, and wine.
It's very suspicious. I would love to roll maybe Arcana to figure out if this is something magical.
You may roll Arcana.
Okay. Please be high. I'm never really good with Arcana. Zim, I would send you the screenshot right now. I just got nat 20.
Nice. Very nice. Um, so you are pretty sure that this is, in fact, some kind of magical feast going on here. Um, you're not entirely sure without making physical contact with it whether it is a magically sustained, fresh, and ready to eat feast or if it is a illusory feast, but it is definitely a magical feast, one way or the other.
Does it? Do I know maybe? As in like negative effects or good effects?
You have no information to base that off of right now. You're not
Hmm.
feeling any compulsions to do anything, so that's a good sign.
Right. Right. Maybe I could use. I can ritual cast detect magic.
Yeah.
I would like to do that. Do I? What type of magic do I sense?
Oh, okay. Um, so you are able to detect that there is, in fact, let me double check here. Hmm. So you detect an aura of illusion around pretty much the whole room, and there's also a ewer, which is like a type of pitcher with a transmutation magic on it.
Transmutation.
Mm-hmm.
Transmutation is. So it's not what it seems.
No, that would be illusion. Transmutation is where it takes one thing and makes it into something else.
Oh. Hmm.
Turning lead into gold, turning flesh into stone, turning wood into metal.
Interesting.
Turning a prince into a frog.
Yeah. So, but basically everything else around is illusion magic.
Yep, pretty much the room is filled with illusion magic except for that one thing. That one thing is transmutation. Sorry, I brain farted for a second. I had to look at the text.
Oh, you're good. Um, walking over to the ewer, am I able to kind of see what's inside of it?
At the moment, doesn't really appear to be anything. Um, but I mean, it's there.
Mm, I've had bad experiences with picking up things, so I'm not gonna pick this up. I'm just gonna let it be. If I can't figure out what it does exactly,
Okay,
yeah, I'll
so
just.
you continue on. Basically, this double doors that you'd come into this room was on the side. There's another set of double doors on the end. The other end is actually semicircular. So the end that you came into from the side is squared off, and there's another set of double doors there. You open up that set of double doors, and you see what's left of a balcony that's pretty fucked up, honestly. We're talking cracks every which way. Specifically, this black marble balcony overhangs the northwest corner of the temple, the floor of which lies 30 feet below. Nearly half of the balcony has fallen away, and obvious cracks have formed near its ragged edge.
Hmm.
And with all of that, I also need to know your personal and equipment weight total.
Oh my, here we go. Hold on, let me check.
And unfortunately, you do not have a little gnome wizard with a staff of spider staff to help you out.
Yeah. Let me just. Well, it's going to be about with all my equipment included. I think it's safe to say that maybe Ruric would have left maybe a few things
Like his
back at the
backpack.
camp. Yeah.
Okay.
So without all of that, just with his weapons, his armor, and I think that would probably and a few spell components.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I and I'm roughly guesstimating here, probably about. He's pretty stocky. I would say probably about 100 and he might be small, but probably about 160 pounds.
Oh, good. You have no problem crossing it to the next doorway.
Oh, thank God. Whew. His pack is filled with a bunch of shit, so
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. All right, so you get into another set of double doors off the balcony at the very back of the chamber. And in here, this bare stone room consists of a foyer to the east, your right as you come in, and a shrine to the west, your left. Candlesticks draped in cobwebs stand in the four corners of the foyer. In the shrine, a faceless obsidian statue stands in a raised alcove at the western end of the chamber. Slumped before the statue are two desiccated corpses in tattered garments. Two pairs of cover of alcoves line the north and south walls of the shrine. And I need you... Yep, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, here we go. And it begins.
And it begins.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Right up. Okay, that's not bad. 17 plus 3. That would be non-natural 20.
Cool. So you feel
No, I'm sorry, it would be 22. My apologies.
Yeah, you feel a wave of compulsion come over you to move towards the statue, but just like a giant boulder on the beach and the waves come crashing on it, they just wash over you and then goes away, and you're like, yeah, it's a statue. It's kind of cool, but I'll keep moving.
Oh, thank God. I really thought I was about to get fireballed right there.
Not so much. On your right, at the end of the alcove, or at the end of the room, opposite the alcove, you can see a pair of double doors. But the Nothics gave you directions to a secret door in one of the alcoves to the right. So I would like for you to roll a investigation check to find it with advantage, and because it's stonework, double proficiency.
Oh boy. Okay.
In other words, if you roll 2 natural ones, you might not find it.
Damn. All right. So advantage first roll. Let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. Okay, so that's a 6 with double proficiency. That is, let's see, 12. Second D20 will be 12. Double proficiency is 6, so 18 is the best.
Cool. So with that, you actually are able to find a little catch to open it. Open the door, and it's a 10 by 10 room.
Is there anything particularly interesting about the room, or just room?
Almost appears to just be a room, except that you can see the backside of another secret door.
Awesome. Can I check it for traps?
Roll me an investigation check to try and search for traps.
Okay. Will I get double proficiency on this one as well? Is it still stonework?
I'm going to say no, because traps are not necessarily made of stone. They might be, but not necessarily. So in this case, no.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to use double proficiency, I can let you know whether or not you find traps made of stone. But
no,
then you might miss the traps made out of wood and string.
Right. Okay. So roll is a 12.
Okay. There are no traps that you can discover. However, in looking around, you do happen to notice a chest that is it's almost like you're looking down a hole at a chest 30 feet below you, except you're looking straight up at a chest on the ceiling.
Wait, what?
So, like, if you're looking down a hole at a chest 30 feet below you, that is what you would be seeing, except you're instead looking straight up. So it's as if you're looking down, but you're actually looking up at the top of a chest that is mounted in some form or fashion to the ceiling.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if it might be magical?
Yes, but at disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, first one is going to be a 12.
Okay.
Plus 1 will be 13. Second one will be an 11. Plus 1 is 12, so 12.
There might be some kind of magic going on with it, but at the very least, I mean, it's possible there's some mechanism holding it up there, and there's no obvious way to climb this 10-foot wide, 10-foot long, 30-foot tall room to get to that chest.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ruric's a pretty small guy. As far as height-wise, I don't think he's getting up there.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'll leave it alone.
Okay.
I'll try and open up the secret door.
Yep,
that
you
leads
open it
out
up.
here. Okay.
Yep. The chamber you find yourself in is a 15-foot high room containing the trappings of royalty, ornate furniture, exquisite rugs and tapestries, and a decorative statuary. Everywhere you look are lit candelabras atop small tables. The beauty of the decor is undone by thick dust and cobwebs. Standing in the center of the room is a decrepit skeleton clad in tattered robes. Red pinpoints of light burn in the skeleton's sockets. "Do I know you?" it will ask.
Oh, we are unfamiliar with each other as far as formalities, but I do know of you.
"Well, that makes one of us at least. Please come over here and take a seat." And he'll gesture to one of the chairs in the room, and he'll walk towards another one to sit across from you.
Okay, sure. I'll take a seat.
Okay. "So, what brings it? What is that brings you to this abode? I guess you could call it."
Of sorts, yeah. Well, first and foremost, it might be nice of me to introduce myself properly. My name is Ruric Runebreaker. I've come to this land, Barovia, in particular, to... I want to choose my words carefully here. To complete a quest that was set out before us. And the reason why I'm here specifically is because in completing this quest, I need power.
"Seems everyone who comes here these days is looking for more power. I'm happy to share what's been hoarded away here for so long, kept from the eyes of those that could use it. I'm sorry, I can't reciprocate your introduction because, sadly, I don't remember who I am."
Can I roll insight?
Yep.
See if he's lying to me.
You certainly can.
Okay. Looking at a 16.
He seems to be Alzheimer's-y as fuck.
All right.
Apparently, being here in liched form as long as he has been, not only has his body begun to decay, so has his mind.
I was kind of look at him because Ruric is extremely. I wouldn't say extremely unnerved, but very off-put and hesitant and very cautious. He knows what a lich is.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what power they hold. He has never, ever been this close to one, let alone seen one, or conversed with one.
Yep.
So he'll kind of look at the lich, and he'll say, "How did you come to take this form? How did you come about becoming what you are?
He'll look off into the distance and think for a long moment. I don't remember that either, actually.
Figured.
The most frustrating part is that I don't remember my spells in my spell book over there. I mean, they're there, but I don't understand the words. I recognize my own handwriting, and I don't even understand it. It's very frustrating.
Whoa. Yeah, he's gotten some serious Alzheimer's going on right now. A lich who can't read his spells? It's definitely a unique lich. But he must be freaking centuries old,
Oh, yeah.
if that's the case. And this is so weird. Why is everything in here, well, for the most part, except for the Death Slot and the Flaming Skulls, why is everything in here not really attacking us as far as, like, the Nothics didn't? And that's really rare. And now a lich that wants to talk with me and talk with me nicely? I mean, it's very off-putting for Ruric and me.
All I can say is, welcome to Arkham. You have found yourself in the loony bin.
Yeah. No kidding. Some crazy stuff. I was not expecting to ever meet a lich that was just almost like an Alzheimer old man.
Conversational?
Yeah. Instead of just being like, I'm gonna feast on that soul.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say, well, is quite a shame. I am sorry to hear that in your in your old age that you are not able to understand your spells. But if you don't mind, I would like to ask you a few questions, and hopefully you might have an answer.
Hopefully so. It would be rightfully embarrassing if I can't. I mean, I've lived here most of my own life, if not all of it. It would certainly be a shame to have forgotten more than I remember that I've forgotten, which suddenly I don't remember what all I've forgotten. But I digress. Your questions, please. Rerun, was that your name?
What did he say?
Rerun.
Yes. I'll just be, I don't want to anger this dude at all, so I'll just be like, yeah, that's my name. Whatever you want. You call me whatever. I won't say that, but you know.
Yeah.
I think this dude might have forgotten that he was evil. At a point. Which is good. Well, what was I again? Oh, that's right, I was a bad guy. Yeah. All right, I'll ask him a few questions here.
Okay.
Do you know of the? I mean, that's a little weird accent. Let me get back into this. Do you know of the being known as Strahd von Zarovich?
Strahd von Zarovich. I mean, the name does sound familiar, like I've met him before, but I'm sorry, my recall is very terrible right now. Maybe if you were to describe him for me, I'd be able to remember him better. It is a him, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Oh God.
All right.
Well,
excellent. Well, go on.
Well, he's quite tall. He's pale, very pale. Doesn't like the sunlight much. Fangs, slicked back hair, black hair. incredibly strong, fast, wise, intelligent, charismatic. Uh,
Sounds
doesn't
like
really
quite
like.
sounds like quite the fellow. Is he a lost lover of yours?
No. uh,
All right,
no.
just wondering. Um,
He's sorry.
human or elf is the one you're talking about.
He said what? I'm sorry.
He's asking if you're talking about a human or an elf.
He was once a human. However, now
Ah, yes. Now I remember him, and I believe he's royalty, if I'm not mistaken.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
he wasn't always so strong or fast, but if I recall, he gained those abilities after visiting here. Most people, when they come here and visit, they leave more powerful, stronger, in some way, form, or fashion. It certainly was the case with him. I'm proud of the boy.
Hmm.
He hasn't been here for some time that I recall, although one of his servants, a dusk elf, does come from time to time.
Really?
Yes, but he thinks this is actually still a place of prayer. I see him once in a while kneeling before the statue out in the main chamber, praying and going away with whatever his prayers are unanswered because, well, this is a temple of secrets, not a temple of gods.
Hmm. Interesting. Would you happen to know where Strahd went exactly in this temple of sorts to gain that power that he gained so long ago?
From what I remember, he spent most of his time in the library, either reading the books or talking to one of the three vestiges in the chamber below the library.
Hmm. I see. I only have just a few more questions for you.
Please, take your time and ask all the questions you like. If I can remember the answers, I'll gladly share them. Unlike the people that founded this place, I'm not about hoarding information.
Nice to know.
Unless, of course, you care to destroy it, in which case I'll have to destroy you just to ensure that it is free and available to be shared. But that's neither here nor there.
No, of course not. And in fact, my goal is quite the opposite. I wish
Excellent,
to.
excellent. Then we are comrades indeed. If I had wine somewhere, I'd share a drink with you. Except I don't drink wine anymore. I haven't for several centuries. It's not good for the bones, you know.
I've been told. Uh,
It is good
I'll
for the heart, but when you're an undead creature, you don't need to worry about that anymore. I tell you, unlife is a wonderful thing.
looks like it has its ups and downs.
Everything does. Anyway, your final question. Well, questions, plural. Anyway, go ahead, ask. I don't care.
What I seek, and I hope that maybe you will be able to provide me with the answer for this. This might be the most important question that I ask you, of you. Um, what I need and what I require is power enough to kill Strahd von Zarovich.
Well, if you accept enough of the dark gifts from the vestiges here, as they are freely offered, you'll definitely have that.
But is there one that stands out among the others? One that, if I do accept its power, it would give me enough?
I believe there is, but I don't remember the particulars. Oh, this is a bother. I'm so sorry, young man. Do you have any questions I actually can answer, however?
Shit. I'm trying to think here if fuck. Let me hold on 1 second, Zim. I just want to go through my spells really quick.
Okay.
It will be quick.
Okay.
Hmm. Um. Hold on a second here. This might work. It might not. I
Okay.
have no idea. But I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on this Lich and see if I can give it the Owl's Wisdom.
Okay.
And he has advantage on Wisdom related checks.
Okay.
So maybe, hopefully, that relates to remembering a few things.
Wisdom is problem solving, and intelligence is knowledge and recall.
Okay. The cat's intelligence, then, I believe.
Okay.
Or something like that. Yeah.
It's Cat's Grace and
Something's intelligence.
yeah. All right. So you do the intelligence one on him, and he kind of, if he could blink, he would. He just kind of looks around, taking things in clear detail.
Well, I must say I haven't been this clear-headed in quite some time. Thank you for whatever spell that was. Now you were asking me some questions, yes? Perhaps now with my mind being sharper, I can better recall.
Right. Strad Vanzarovich, right? We were discussing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Came in as a young man, left much more powerful than when he came in.
Mm-hmm. Where exactly did you say he went, and to who, perhaps, to gain his power?
Well, when he did go talk to the Vestiges, I gave him his privacy, so I don't know which one that was, but he did talk to the Vestiges underneath the library. It's possible to access the main chamber from there, and he could have gone and talked to the other Vestiges and then backtracked through the library, back through my chambers, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's possible he could have gone that way, but it would have been much simpler for him to just simply talk to the ones down there. I don't know which one, though.
Okay. And then I'll ask him the same question again. You know, would I, like I said before, is there any item or anything at all in here, one singular, like, being, as in the sarcophagi, or item that will give me or grant me the power to defeat Strad Vanzarovich and slay him?
Sorry, I gotta flip back again.
No worries.
Well, the best one I can think of would, in fact, be... Well, actually, the one that would be most likely to put you on a level footing with him would, in fact, be the very vestige and gift that he himself received.
Ruric is kind of taking that in for a second, as well as Austin. Austin is also taking that in. Okay.
And I set the DC for that wisdom check really high, too.
Well, I'm glad that I gave him. I thought of that at the last seconds, and I really did. I was like,
Yep.
yeah, there's got to be a spell I have that helps him out a little bit here.
Yep.
But all right. Oh, I gotta stretch my legs out for a second. I've been sitting crisscross applesauce for a while now.
That's why I have a desk and a chair.
Yeah, that's good on you. I have to keep my phone plugged in right now though, so it doesn't run out of battery.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Would there be any other options at all?
Well, as in any game of combat and conquest, there are always two ways of accomplishing your goal. You can either win by destroying, or you can win by surviving. If you don't want to win by destroying, you can win by surviving, and there are actually Vestige's Dark Gifts that can accomplish that, and those provide some sort of resurrection. Unfortunately, you have to be the one to survive and make sure that your friends are resurrected. Although, again, I don't recall which one it is. I just, thanks to your magic helping to shut my mind, I'm actually able to recall that even is an option.
Okay. And what of magical items that are located within this temple of secrets? Is there what type of items could I perhaps run across?
That I know of, none, but of course there's always the possibility I've forgotten something, or that there is more that have been brought in since I last checked. Or both.
Okay. Oh, let me ask him if maybe this will jog his memory about at least one thing. I passed a feasting hall of sorts on my way here. Seemed to be some type of illusion for the most part, except for there was a ewer on the table. Seemed to have some type of transmutation magic around it. Could you tell me anything in particular about that?
Sorry, I really don't recall the room you're speaking of.
Okay. Well, then, at least one more question. Sorry, two.
Of course, by all means.
And could you maybe point me in the right direction of this this vessel that would put me on evil, or not evil? That's fitting as well. So yeah.
Sorry, I had to do the evil laugh.
Yeah. Sure. Either or, even. But I meant to say even. Even playing field with Strahd.
Well, certainly, right this way.
And he'll get up and kind of hobble over to what looks to be just a blank 30-foot wide wall, but he touches a particular spot, and actually you see the door sink into the wall and then slide over, and you see a little 20-foot long, 10-foot wide hallway.
And it's through here?
Yeah, he'll actually go in front of you.
Oh, yes, right this way. Follow me.
Oh, fuck, but I didn't want... Wait, I didn't... can we... Well, is it okay if we go here in a second? I just wanted to check something.
All right. What is it you could possibly want to check, though?
You said you were having trouble understanding the spells in our spellbook, am I correct?
Yes, but that is my own handwriting in my own notes. That's why it is frustrating. It's my own personal sci-fi. I highly doubt anyone else could read it. Please, if you don't mind, I would prefer my book to stay in my hands and my care. If I recall my ciphers, then I'll be able to use my spells. Otherwise, it's useless to anyone else anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, on to the library then.
And he'll go back into the hall down the way, and he'll open up another secret door.
All right.
All right. So give those 2 rooms descriptions real quick. That little hallway is filled with dust and cobwebs, but otherwise empty. Once you go through that into the library, this stone library has 20-foot high walls and a 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. So basically, walls, vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts angels being set ablaze in hell. A black marble railing encloses a golden marble staircase that spirals down gently in a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north. Against the gray walls stands 6 10-foot tall black marble bookcases. On their shelves are hundreds of well-preserved tomes. Embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras fill the southern half of the room. So basically, like, northern half is chairs, east and west ends is the bookshelves, and the south side is a sitting and reading area.
Okay. Does he lead me to anywhere else in particular? Or wait, can I roll maybe a perception check to see if anything catches my eye in here?
Go ahead.
Okay. Not bad. That would be a 21 overall.
Despite the good preservation of all the tomes, not a single one appears to be labeled.
Wow. It's kind of like the world's most intense game of trial and error.
Kind of. Would you like to look at any of the books? He is starting to head towards the stairs.
I'll follow him. I don't want to lose sight of him.
Okay. As he goes shuffling down the stairs and you follow him down, he in fact leads you to, well, let's see. Does that lead to that room? No, it leads to the other one. As you come down the golden marble staircase, it has a black marble railing that hugs the north wall as it spirals gently down the shaft. Lying in the middle of the room are 6 rotting wooden crates. The amber-covered walls are sculpted to look like tentacles that entwine around marble bas-reliefs of kings, queens, pharaohs, sultans, all attended by a myriad of slaves. The south, west, and east walls contain alcoves. Standing in each alcove is a tall, rough block of amber. 2 wide cracks have opened up in the south wall, spilling rubble and shattering pieces of amber onto the floor in the southeast corner of the room.
Does he lead me to any of the amber blocks right away, or is there more?
He just kind of pauses and looks around.
I don't remember the crates being here. Perhaps when Strahd was visiting, he decided to bring in some furnishings and provisions while he spoke with the vestiges, but obviously he hasn't been here in some time, so that can't be all that important.
With that, though, I do need to take a break, so I'll be right back.
Okay, I will also take a little bit of a break. I need to use the voice room.
All right, sounds good. Mute. Transition. And we're back. Okay. Alright, so you guys had gotten down there. The Lich had looked around, basically said, I don't remember these crates being there.
Hmm. You said they look old and rotted?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. Anything besides that in particular special about them?
No. I mean, they're like 5 foot cubic
Oh, okay.
ish.
I'll leave them be.
Okay.
Was he able to exactly pinpoint the location of the one vessel that I kind of need to talk to, or is it just one of them down here?
It's one of these three.
Okay. What is he doing? Is he just kind of chilling?
Yeah, pretty much. He's kind of looking back and forth between the three of them, like, all right, that one was. Hold that thought. This one was.
Hmm.
Like, almost picture Captain Jack in Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl when he's on the Isla de Muerta with his former crew, and he's like, parsley, parsnip,
Oh.
parlay. That's the one. He's just
Yeah.
This Lich is basically sitting there trying to like.
Right. Okay.
No, I don't remember.
He's definitely struggling. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's three of them. I'm guessing one in front, one to the left, and one to the right.
Yep, you've got one on your left, you've got one on your right, and you've got one to the south in front of you. And in between the one in front of you and the one to your left is a crack in the wall. The crack looks big enough you could try and squeeze through it if you wanted.
Okay. Well, okay. First, I think I'll go to the one on to the right of me.
Okay, to the
amber
west?
block. Or yes, to the west.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. This one, unlike some of the others that you've talked to before, sometimes they skip it. He does not introduce a name. He just simply says, I offer you the gift of the vampire. You will have eternal life. None but the sun shall destroy you.
So at last we meet.
I was not aware you were hunting for me, seeking my gift, but yes, we meet at last.
Does he know who I am?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like omnipotent or something. I'm like, what the? What? Okay.
Don't tempt me.
All right. I'll just say, when I first set out on my quest, this thought had never ever crossed my mind whatsoever. In fact, I would have, if I would have met you, maybe in a different state, maybe when I first got here, I would have probably destroyed you. However, now, my interests have realigned.
Now you feel the need for power. Yes. Now
I
you
do.
now you see the benefit.
And what of the one named Strahd?
He has been a good vassal of ours. If you accept my gift, Either the two of you can rule Barovia together, or one of you will die at the other's hands. That is entirely your choice between the two of you, of course.
What is your name being?
I have no name. I am
Oh,
just
so
the one who hungers and feeds and sustains.
can I roll insight to see if he's to see if he's lying about not having a name?
You can certainly roll an insight.
Ew. 12.
You're pretty sure he's telling the truth. If he had one, it's long gone.
I must think about this a little bit more, but I will return.
I would say take your time, but in your current mortal form, time is not something you have an overly abundant amount of.
Okay. Yeah. I meant more like minutes, but yeah. I'll take my hand off of his block.
Okay.
So there's two more, and then the crack in the wall, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go to the one that is located to the south, I believe,
Okay.
and I'll place my hand on that one as well.
Okay. What is this? A peasant? I know nothing. I know nothing of magic. Leave me. You're not powerful enough for my gift.
Damn. Sassy. Roar kind of likes it. What can I say in this situation?
I mean, you can walk away, or you can, yeah, you can either walk away, or you can, try and ask your questions.
I'll say, well, that was quite an introduction. However, you make a bold claim to say I know nothing of magic. However, I know nothing about you. Therefore, you to me are nothing. At least me to you is something. So, who are you to be so high and mighty and judgmental?
I am someone who has the ability to cast spells you cannot even comprehend. Or at least, I would if I wasn't trapped in this stone form. Although the last person I gave my gift to seems to have done quite well for himself, turning this place into not just a repository of knowledge and secrets, but actually an open forum for it. However, you pathetically pale in comparison to his power. Come back when you can cast something of the utmost power spells, and we'll talk then. He basically means level 9.
Is that a requirement? Like, are you telling me?
Yeah, he's basically this guy's basically saying, "Hey, when you can cast a 9th level spell, come back and we'll talk then."
I mean, but what the hell do they get out of this? I don't understand. Sustenance? That's what they get. They feed off of it.
Yeah. From what you've been able to gather so far.
It keeps them alive to a certain degree or something.
I mean, they seem to be sustained pretty well being in these amber sarcophagi, isolated from the world for however many centuries.
All right. Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty well in these amber sarcophagi that apparently can be broken. Okay. If you aren't willing to bestow upon me your gift, I guess you wouldn't mind if maybe I released you from your tomb. I know how to get rid of you. And this is no what's the word? This is no simple threat. This is a promise.
Honestly, it's entirely possible you can destroy my prison. I highly doubt you can destroy me. I'm not afraid of you.
But where will you go? Who will you run to then?
That is for me to know, and for you to probably never find out. You'll be long dead before you have even a chance to discover my secrets. That, or you'll come back as a higher level, and I'll gladly share them with you.
I mean, like, why else would they stay in these amber sarcophagi then? If it's obviously if I break it and they do whatever it is that they do after that, that's got to be worse than them staying in these things. Can I roll insight to see if that will be true?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Okay. I rolled pretty high, Zim. There's a 24. Do it for me.
24. Taking a collective of all the conversations you've had, not all of them even have really any idea, other than a best guess, as to what might happen to them after their amber sarcophagi prison is destroyed. They might be destroyed, they might be banished back to their plane of origins, they might be set loose in the world, they're not even sure. Some of them are content to stay where they are and not even bother to test it. Some of them are scared of the possibility of being destroyed. Others are willing to risk the possibility of being destroyed in order to potentially go back home or go back amongst the world and wander amongst the mortals that they have such power over.
Before I say this, I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
You don't even know what happens to you. Do not try and lie to me. You do not know what will happen to you if I destroy this vessel that you lie within. However, I know something that you don't know. I know what happens to you when you leave this vessel. You will be utterly eradicated.
And that is a consequence I'm willing to risk in order to ensure a untempered, unprepared weakling such as yourself does not get access to such a destructive secret as what I have.
I just turn around and I look at the freaking lich that's literally looking around the damn place like, ooh, and I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna be like, I'm looking at what you can grant. And
I understand you're clever. I understand you're clever enough to figure out what I can offer. As far as the end, what I also offer is the means, and I'm not going to share with you the means.
Oh, that's what they're talking about. Oh, they're just talking to. All she can grant is just the knowledge on how to do it. Then, so that's what I'll ask her to. That's what I'll say to her. I'll be like, then all you offer me is the knowledge on how.
Try finding it some other way.
You're powerless to me, and I'll just take my hand off of her sarcophagi.
Okay.
And then I will. There's one more left.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to that one then, and I'll place my hand on that.
I am Zudun, the corpse star. I grant you the ability to bring your friends back, should they fall. Or more even specifically, if you know someone from the ancient past that you wish to be brought back to the modern times, I can grant you that as well.
Oh, shit. And would Ruric know that he's talking about a true resurrection spell?
Resurrection, not true resurrection.
Oh, okay. Just resurrection.
Still pretty damn good.
Yeah, very good. Trying to think if that would... I mean, it's definitely useful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if there'd be somebody that he could bring back that would... Oh, wait a second. Wow. I'm starting to really understand where you can really take this fucking module to now. Holy shit. Oh, whoa. That is some next level shit. So I could potentially bring back, like, Sergei.
You could bring back Sergei, you could bring back Argynvost.
Oh, shit.
You could bring back Saint Markovia.
Yeah, what the hell? That is crazy. This must have, like, this one besides the vampirism one. I mean, Lichdom is pretty... I mean, I just... All I had to do was look at the Lich that's standing next to me and kind of be reminded of the drawbacks to that.
Yeah.
Vampirism, well, obviously, sunlight,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, player knowledge, sunlight, running water, radiant damage.
Yep.
And, of course, the whole, not really being tolerated anywhere type of thing.
Yeah. All that fun stuff.
Yeah. So those definitely have all the drawbacks. But this, oh boy. I can't even begin to know what the drawback would be to having this, but it must be pretty significant. Whatever it is. I'll take my hand off of his sarcophagi for a second. I'll look over at the Lich. And
who's pretty much been ignoring your interactions with the sarcophagi at this point. He's still trying to remember which one does what.
Right. I'll just say to him, well, oh God, let's hope he still remembers. But do you remember when I asked you about, all the different powers and whatnot I could get from the sarcophagi, and you had mentioned a resurrection one?
Hold on a minute. I'm trying to remember what each of these does.
Take your time.
I'm sorry, you said something.
Oh, fuck. I'll just, yeah, okay. I'll just reiterate what I said to him.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember which one that was, but I'm sure it's one of these. If only I could. I'm sorry, I really don't remember.
Right. I'll just say, right. Well, I just more or less had a question about the power in general of resurrection.
Okay.
Now, do you perhaps recall what might become of someone who took the gift of this sarcophagi that could grant the resurrection, as far as any other effects that would become of them?
Well, I don't exactly recall any individuals that actually accepted that gift. So, no, I've never witnessed any transformation or change or anything, really. I'm sorry. Or at least if I did, I don't recall it. Damn my mind.
Hmm. All right. I'll just. Okay, from there, I would like to go to the crack in the wall.
Okay.
But as I'm going over there, if I could maybe cast perception to see if or not cast perception. What am I talking about? Could I roll a perception check, maybe just to kind of be on my guard when I approach this?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you would like to roll stealth at disadvantage, you may do that as well.
Yeah, I might as well. I'll roll the stealth first.
Cool.
Well, the first roll was an 18 plus 2 is 20.
Nice.
But let's see what the disadvantage is, which is still not bad. 15 plus 2 is 17.
Nice.
So that's for stealth. Perception will be a 13 plus 4 is 17. So an 18 for stealth, 17 for perception.
Okay.
Wish I could roll like that all the time.
All right, so as you slip through the crack and poke your head into the room, let's see. So, piles of treasure are heaped against the west and east walls of this stone room. A 10-foot tall statue carved from amber in the likeness of a hawk-headed humanoid stands in the alcove immediately in front of you where the crack ends.
So it's just me and the amber statue of a hawk in this room, right?
It's a hawk-headed humanoid.
Hawk-headed humanoid.
Yes.
Can I sense anything particular about this statue?
If you look at it real closely with an Arcana check, sure. You can roll an Arcana check.
Sure. All right. That is going to be a 13.
All right. This appears to be... It appears to be freestanding on its own as opposed to affixed to a base, which, having been around the various artisans in the dwarven culture that you grew up in, would lead you to believe that this might actually be some sort of golem.
Oh. Some kind of golem.
Mm-hmm. Looking past it, though, you can see that the 6 piles of treasure are quite vast-looking piles. Let's see here, get these in order for you. The closest one that you can see looks to be a huge pile of gold coins. The one next to it, slightly further away, huge pile of silver coins. In the opposite corner from you, looks like a pile of iron ingots, some holy symbols, copper and chalices with silver filigree, and some warhammers and war picks. The other couple of piles that you can see that there's a pile of copper pieces. There's another pile of silver pieces that has some, looks like maybe some armor thrown into the mix of it. And you can just kind of see the corner of what maybe looks like a pile of electrum pieces. Some bottles mixed into that, as well as some jewelry and trunks.
It's a pretty hefty treasure hoard.
Yeah.
But wait, this golem in front of me is made of what?
Amber.
Exactly. Amber. All golems have command words. Would Ruric knew that?
Yep. Either command words or a control amulet or something like that.
just looking at the treasure, would I see anything that could possibly be a control item for this golem?
Let's see. In the far opposite pile, you see an obsidian scepter sticking out of the pile. That's a possibility. In the pile closest to you that you can see, almost directly on the opposite side of the golem from you, you can see various holy symbols. One of them might be a control of some kind for this golem. In the pile you can just barely see the corner of, you see the tip. If you kind of lean out and look at it, you can get a better look at it. A child-sized sarcophagus made of black wood inlaid with gold. You think there's a possibility it could be inside that. It could also be a possibility that the control amulet or scroll with a command word or something along those lines could be somewhere else entirely in this entire temple.
Yeah. I'm going to back out of here.
Okay.
I'll talk to the Lich again. I'll just be like, so that little crack in the wall there kind of took me to a very big amber golem. And does he recall anything about it, or does he say anything about it?
He just almost has like a matter-of-fact reaction, like, yep, there's one in there.
So if I were to enter that crack in the hole and just nonchalant kind of walk up to it, I'm guessing that it would not have a good reaction.
No, it probably wouldn't have any kind of reaction at all, as a matter of fact. What little bit of recall I have about that chamber is that is the guardian of the chamber. If you touch any of the horde, well, you more or less become part of it.
Do you know anything about the command word for it, or maybe an item that will control?
I remember it had an item, but I don't remember where I saw it last.
Damn. Perhaps the library would give me the answer?
Most likely it would indeed, but the problem is I've forgotten most of the command words to make the words appear on the pages.
Damn. Do you remember any of them?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
Roll me an insight or arcana, your choice.
I will roll insight. That would be a natural 20.
Nice.
Let me send it to you too. I'll send it to you this time, just so you.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Not bluffing.
Yeah.
Cool. There it is. Okay, cool.
Okay.
You kind of get the impression that he's losing his mind due to madness of the general corrupting darkness, as well as just the general isolation of being in this temple, the corruption of the land of Barovia itself, and the isolation of being in this temple. And madness of this level, you're pretty sure can be removed and cured with a greater restoration spell. So if you guys manage to find it and be able to gain the ability to cast it regularly, you might actually be able to come back here and help him recall.
Yeah. I imagine though that he would. That's the shitty thing, is that he probably would know the spell himself, but in the state he's in, He just doesn't remember it. So it's kind of ironic.
It's ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself.
Yeah. So I'm guessing these three are probably have the best. They grant the best abilities.
It's pretty good. I don't know about the best, but it's pretty good.
What all of them?
Hmm?
Or you're saying these three in here?
I'm saying I don't know, in my opinion, if they are the best, but they're pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
Resurrection, full-fledged vampire, full-fledged lich, the secrets thereof. Yeah, that's a pretty good. It's a pretty good wallop that they pack.
Yeah, I would say. Are there amber sarcophagi in the library as well?
Upstairs, no.
Okay. And which amber sarcophagi did I pass coming on my way here? There was like a hallway, I believe, or something, and you said that there was a few. I think.
I did.
I thought you did. You may have just been the decor, and I thought that it was the actual amber cubes.
No, there's the bookshelves, there's the stairs going down, and then once you get down there, there's those three amber sarcophagi, and that's it.
Okay.
Well, and the crates and the crack in the wall.
These crates. I want to go over to the crates, actually.
Okay.
And I like to take out my mace. And no, I'll just take Treebane. I'll just take out Treebane, and I'll just kind of whack it a little bit. Oh, God.
Roll initiatives, please.
Oh, fucking hell. No. I had the Lich here. Maybe he'll do something. That's a 16 plus 2 on initiative, 18. Oh,
nice.
Shit. Might have to be if I start dying here, I might have to be making a mad dash towards I think you know which sarcophagism. Not good.
Alright, so now I just gotta flip to the right page in the monster manual. Actually, I think I've got it printed out somewhere.
Well, I mean...
I do
okay.
indeed. Now if I can just find it in the pile. No, I did not print it out. Okay, cool.
Shit.
Okay. So it got that number. You said you got 18 total?
Yeah. Hey, I guess that's kind of staying true to his flaw. I mean, he's trying to find power. He's not exactly worried about what he steps on or tramples on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
So he was probably. So I mean, that's just to mask my own stupidity on that. But you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll call it that. All right. You hit the side of it, and being rotten, and being hit by Treebane, it pretty much just falls apart, and the remnants of the crate collapse in on a apparently prone or fetal position figure that starts to rise up out of the debris and looks at you with baleful, glowing red eyes.
Nature check.
Religion.
I'll be back. All right, it's good. It's an 18 plus 4, so 22.
You've seen these things before, and you just happen to have the perfect item for dealing with them. Vampire spawn.
Oh, fuck. Why the fuck would he leave them here? Well, do I go first?
You actually are first.
Is it? Okay.
It
Alright.
is technically prone in front of you.
Alright. I will... Definitely, as my first action, I'm taking out that holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Okay.
And... How many crates did you say there were? Yep, I'm expending 5 charges to get some sunlight in the area.
Bing!
Oh, shiitake. Okay, I've got out Lightbringer.
Mm-hmm.
And as my bonus action... Oh, wait, no. Is it a bonus action to do that? I'm not sure if it is.
Bonus action to light it up?
No, not to light it up. The light cantrip won't do anything, actually. Not to them, because it's not sunlight.
True.
I'm trying to think if Spirit Guardians is... I think Spirit Guardians is an action and not a bonus action. I think it's just
Correct.
spiritual weapon.
Yep.
I will have to hold off on that, though. But I am going to hit this vampire spawn with Lightbringer, or attempt to.
All right. And it needs to make a save against the sunlight, yes? Or does it just take the damage directly?
No. Sunlight? Whenever in direct sunlight, I know that vampires and vampires
Yep,
spawn.
there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll your attack against it.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, the first attack is an 11 plus. It's a good thing that I have my strength boost here as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the first attack is an 11 plus 7 to hit, which is 18.
That will succeed in hitting his armor class.
Okay. And 1 second here. So it is going to do a 1d8. I'm sorry, not 1d8. It'll do 1d6 regular melee damage,
Mm-hmm.
which it gets max damage on for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be... If you want me to keep sending you screenshots of this stuff too, just let me know.
Nope, it's fine.
Okay. But yeah, so that will be max damage on that. So that's 6 plus my strength modifier. Well, it is a +1 mace, so plus 8. So 8 plus 6. I believe that's how much? 14. So 14 regular damage,
Okay.
and the radiant damage will be 5 radiant.
Okay. Which... he's not vulnerable to it, amazingly enough, but that's weird. Okay. But it will stop its regeneration. Alright. So you said 14 regular and 5 radiant?
Yes. 19 overall.
Okay. Alright, so... Oh my god.
Oh. I just have one question. Does the Lich look like it's going to be doing anything at all?
That's what I'm trying to figure out what it's going to do because it's its turn next. It is going to... Yeah, he's basically going to look at you and be like,
What are you doing? When did that get here? Protect the books! Protect the books!
and
Yes,
he's
check
going
the
to...
books.
Yeah, he's going to move to the base of the stairs, not to go up them, but to block them off, and he's going to shoot a ray of frost at the one vampire spawn you can all see. But because it's
Okay.
prone, it's at disadvantage. So 10 plus... Oh. That's a hit.
Thank God. Fuck. I also... damn it. This is a very precarious situation, Zim, that I have gotten myself into. Extremely.
And it's about to go very, very badly, very, very fast, all depending on how things go. Okay, thank God, he's going to have 4 of these suckers. Alright, so 10, 6, 16. Alright. So it's going to take 16 cold. And it's going to have its speed reduced by 10.
Oh, that's something.
So...
If I remember correctly, this is player knowledge. Of course, Ruric wouldn't know this. But if I remember correctly, them being in direct sunlight also means that they get disadvantage on their attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is one for the ages, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So he did that. The one that you smacked is going to stand up and attack you.
Okay. Fair.
Okay. Okay. So,
If it's 19 or above, he breaks.
it was a natural 17 plus modifier.
Okay, so yeah, it breaks.
Yeah, because its modifier is more than enough.
Yeah.
So this first attack is going to be with Le Claws.
Mm.
Alright, so that's going to be a total of 5.
Okay. I'm assuming that Ruric, after resting, got his hit points back.
Yes.
Alright, cool. Alright, let me find something to write on really quick. Jotomate Korsai.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you said 5 damage with the claws?
Yes. And for his second attack... Oh, God. Oh, thank God. That is going to miss.
Thank you.
Because that was his fangs. The other 5 crates are going to break open. I will say that is going to be their action to break open the crates. Actually, no, the crates are rotten enough that wouldn't take very much at all. They'll just start moving right through it.
Nice.
And looking at the map... Yeah, they're going to use their movement to get right up next to you, and they are all going to take swipes and claws at you.
Of course they are.
Fortunately, that was a natural 2.
Okay.
The low number is a natural 17.
That will hit again.
Yeah. That's going to be its claws, so this again. Ho-ho. 10.
Okay.
Alright. So that was number 1. Or no, number 1 already tried and only did so much. Number 2 did 10. Number 3, that's a natural 7 plus modifiers, that's going to miss. And that is a natural 3 plus modifiers, that's a miss.
Okay.
Natural 1, so that's a miss. Natural 8, so that's a miss. Another natural 1, so that's a miss. Okay, so that is a natural 20 turned into a natural 17.
Okay.
That is going to be the last claw attack of number 5. And he's going to forgo damage in order to grapple you.
I see. Do I get opposed, or does he just get me?
He just gets you. He sacrifices his damage in order to grapple you.
Well, at least I'm really strong.
Yeah, pretty much you should be able to get out of the grapple next turn.
That's going to take my... Does that take my movement or action?
That's going to take one of your attacks.
Okay.
And the final one... Oh wait, he broke, so I need to roll damage. Or no, he grappled, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So the final vampire spawn is going to have... 2 16s, which I'm pretty sure with their plus modifier of 6 is going to be enough.
Yes.
So he's going to grapple with his first attack, and his second attack is total 18.
Okay.
That hits as well.
I have the plans in.
Okay. Does that hit, though?
What hits?
18.
Oh, no. 18
Okay,
just not.
okay.
Wait,
So-
did I take 18 damage, or did he 18 to hit?
He rolled 18 to hit.
Okay, yes, no, that is not.
That is not a hit. Okay, cool.
19
Cool.
will do it for them.
19, gotcha. Okay. And when your holy symbol starts casting out light, how long does that last for?
I have it written down. Actually, I have it on my phone. Let me just check this really quick.
Perfect.
I believe that'll last 10 minutes. However, let me just check. I thought that it said it lasted 10 minutes. I could be wrong. It will last for 10 minutes.
Cool. Cool. It is your turn.
Okay. My plan. All right.
You are grappled by 2 of them. Or,
Yes. Wait,
yeah.
by 2 of them?
Yeah, the final one grappled you as well, and then missed with his bite attack.
But wait, I'm grappled by 2 vampires and not
Yep.
just one?
Yep.
Okay. 1 second.
You're in the middle of a Ruric sandwich.
Yes, I am. Just looking something up. Okay. Okay. All right. I gotta break out first. That's first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will attempt to break out. I don't know why I went with that. How do I go about this? Do I just roll normally for this?
Yep, you're going to roll an athletics check against the DC of one of them. So pretty much you pick which one you want to try and break free from.
Okay. I can only break free of 1 per turn, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's a natural 18 plus 7 is 25.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. Somebody tried to call me, and I was like, oh, wait, no, don't let that happen.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
So you break free of that one.
Yeah. And so I can't get away from the other one. Can I do anything?
You can still do bonus action.
I'll use my bonus action to heal myself. I'll use healing word.
Okay.
It's something. It's not much, but it's something.
Okay.
And it's gonna give me thank the Lord, max healing.
Nice. Always good.
So, yes, always good. Which is I will get plus spellcaster modifier. Right. So 8 points
Cool.
back. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything else. So.
All right. Behind you, you'll just hear your lich friend cheering. That's right. Hold him there. Don't let him come up the stairs.
Yes. Yes. They're trying to. Better help.
And he's going to shoot another ray of frost at one of them randomly. So I'll roll to hit and then roll random. Oh, fuck yes.
Oh, what just happened? Oh, thank the Lord for the lich. Helm preserve this lich.
All right, so he is going to target the second one.
You know what? The Nothics were right. He is pretty fly for a lich guy.
All right, so that is 3 for that, or 6 rather, plus another 6, plus another 1, so that is 13 total.
Okay.
To that one, and his speed is reduced by another 10.
Damn, I thought that would have done more damage with the crit.
Oh, for some reason I only did 4. It should actually be 8. D4.
I was like, dang, last time he did 14. With the crit, he only did 13.
Alright, so 13 plus another 7, that's 20, plus another 7, that's 27.
Okay. Better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Alright.
My oh my.
Yeah.
I
And
do have a
his
plan though, Zim. As long as I can just get to as long as I can just get away from these fucking things. As far as like at least as long as I can get ungrappled, I can survive this. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So you broke free of one of the 2 grapples, right?
I did.
All right. Cool. So I'll erase one of them. Except it is now their turn.
Yes, it is. Fucking
So
6 of these motherfuckers.
yeah. So number 1, I'll go ahead and mark this part down real quick.
Yeah. I would think that the sunlight would hurt them. It doesn't hurt them.
Oh, it's hurting them.
Oh, the sun. Oh, like as far as like hit points wise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. They don't like it very much, do they?
They do not.
Yeah.
All right. So that is their updated health.
No bitey, Ruric necky.
21 with claws.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go ahead and grapple.
No. I just got to get out of these fucking grapples. That's the thing.
And I'm pretty sure that misses because it's a natural 8 plus 6, so 14.
Yes. I will miss.
And hey, Carl and Mary, thank you for watching, guys.
Wait, who are they?
Carl and Mary, 2 of the folks from my Wednesday group.
Oh God.
So
Why did you message them and you're like, come watch this idiot die?
no, more along the lines of she started messaging me that she was watching. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she just messages that Carl says hi. I'm like, hey, Carl. Hi, Mary.
Hi, guys. I'm glad you're here. Now we can all enjoy my
Yep.
PC death together.
So, fortunately for you, that is a natural 20 turned natural 9.
Oh, thank God for sunlight, and thank God for this freaking amulet.
Right? All right.
It's a good thing that's the first thing I did.
And that's a natural 1. Yeah. Okay, so Vampire 2 is done with his attacks. Vampire 3 is going to miss with his claws.
Only 4 more.
And, right. And his second claws attack, Vampire 4, is going to miss. And is going to miss. Vampire 5
Come on now.
is going to... Okay, that is a natural 2 inside. So that's going to miss as well. And... Natural 7. Vampire 6.
Come on, Vampire 6.
That he's already grappled, so this is going to be a defaulto bite attack.
Oh.
With a total 22 to hit.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
I was like, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get away from them all.
Ooh. 9 piercing, which is maximum.
Right.
And 7 necrotic, which is also going to reduce your maximum hit points by the same.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just make my little hit point maximum lowering thing here. So you said 7, right?
Yep.
Okay, that will be my hit point maximum is now was 73. Now it is
64. 66. 66.
Can't math. I'm too scared.
And his final attack, which is going to be his claws running across your chest because he's grappling you from behind. Okay, here's the good news. It's not the natural 20 that he rolled because he did roll something lower. The bad news is it was a 19 that he rolled lower.
Well, it still hits.
Yeah.
But at least it's not a crit.
Yeah. And he is scraping up your chest something fierce. All right. So that is
Hold on there, Ruric.
6.
Okay.
6 slashing. And that brings it back to your turn.
All right. Still grappled by 2.
Yep. The very first one that you uncovered, and one of his friends from the crates.
Right. Sorry. All right. I'm going to kind of try and turn my getting bitten neck over to the lich, and I'm gonna be like, the one's on me. Can you try and shoot them?
That's what I'm doing, you fools! Stay still!
Okay. Now, while grappled, the only thing I can do, correct, is just try and attempt to get these suckers off me.
No, you can also attack as well. Pretty much grapple just means that your speed is reduced to 0.
Oh, right. Okay. Fudge.
You're the one that went to knock on a crate.
I did. I wanted to knock on the crate. The harmless little rotted wooden crate. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very harmless.
Not so harmless anymore.
And on the bright side, this is real this time. This is not some spiritual walkabout with your god. So if you kill these things, they actually won't be here to haunt your party next time you come through.
Fuck.
Assuming you survive, of course.
Should I do it now? I could do it. I could do it now. I just have to. There's no such thing. Disadvantage doesn't stack. It's just disadvantage.
Correct.
Okay. Do you mind if I look at my spell list one more time?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do, Zim.
Okay.
This is my master plan trying to come to fruition to save my sorry butt. Hold on.
Hopefully it works better than Martin's master plans.
I will cast the spell Magic Circle. 10-foot radius around me. Duration is an hour. I can name one type of creature, in this case undead. And usually it's to be made so a creature can't enter the circle. However, I can flip-flop those effects and say that no creature can leave the circle that's in it. So while I'm in this circle with them, they cannot charm, frighten, or possess me.
Correct.
It would give them disadvantage on their attack rolls, but they already have that being in the sunlight.
Right.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to heal myself with Healing Word again.
Okay.
Please be max health. Okay, it's close. I get 7 HP back.
All right. The Lich is next. He's going to take a pop shot at one of them. Not a natural 20, but the next best thing.
19?
Yep.
He's rolling pretty good right now.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so that is
intense.
Mm-hmm.
If I do manage to make it through this alive, Zim, I just want this to be chalked up to
dumb fucking luck.
To the not just that. I'm just saying I want it to be chalked up to the equivalent of what's the difference between radiological and biological. Because holy shit,
Yeah,
Why would
definitely
I not? I
holy
don't
shit.
even know.
All
I don't
right,
even know why I
so
wouldn't check these crates further before I wouldn't go smash them.
that is 12 cold to a random.
Mm,
He's going to hit the same one again.
thankfully. Does he have anything else besides that Ray of Frost? Or is that the only spell he remembers?
It's the only useful spell that he remembers.
Oh, jeez. God, I wish he wasn't so forgetful. If he just knew all of his spells, God, this would make it so much easier.
Yeah. You would already be out of this situation. You would be gone. Alright. Vampire spawn number 1.
Here we go.
That's a natural 3 for his first attack. And it's a natural 14 for his second.
Okay.
Alright, so that's total 20. And of course, he is trying to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is going to be... Yes. Okay. Not max, but close. So, 8 piercing.
Okay. What's necrotic looking like?
7 more.
Okay. Let me lower my hit point max again.
Yep. Alright. Number 2
Alright.
is a natural 2.
Thank God.
And a natural 11, which is, well, natural 20 turned to natural 11, so that's also going to miss. Vampire number 3. Natural 5. Vampire number 4. 3. Second attack is a natural 8. Vampire number 4. Also miss. And that's just 19 exactly.
Okay, that matches.
Yep. And that's going to be its claws. So, call that 5. No, call it 8. Sorry, I forgot the modifier.
If I make like a medicine check, would I be able to discern like about how much radiant damage is being done to them each turn with the sunlight?
Sure, go ahead and roll for that.
Alright.
As a freebie of passive perception. Actually, you can just use your passive perception for that. It looks like it's doing about 20 radiant per turn.
Okay.
Alright, number 5 is going to miss straight up on both attacks. Number 6 is going to miss on his first attack. And a natural 1 for a second attack, so that's it. And it's back to you.
Alright. So I'm in my magic circle with them.
Yep.
There's 2 still on me.
Yep.
Okay. Trying to think what else I can do. What my bonus action options are here. I can either just heal again, or I can't do that. No, because that's concentration. I have to keep my magic circle going. By the way, Zim, just to mention it, they cannot leave it unless they have some type of interplanar travel spell or something like that. And even then, they need to succeed on a charisma saving throw.
Cool. They don't.
Good.
If they were full-fledged vampires, maybe, but not spawns.
Yeah, like plane shift or dimension door would do it, something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, or some type of teleportation. Yeah. trying to think here. There's a way I can get out of this. Both of these things restraining me just in one fell swoop. I don't know if I have any spells that actually do that, though. That's the thing. Or
There are spells that do that, but I don't know that clerics get them.
I might have it I might now that I have access to 4th level spells, I may have one that could do it.
There's a, I think, 2nd level spell that druids and rangers get, but clerics don't, unless they have a nature domain.
Second. Wait. Hold on. Zim?
Mm-hmm.
I do have a 4th level spell that will
Cool.
allow me to get out of this.
Cool. What is it?
Although I only have one spell slot in level 4, but it's freedom of movement.
Ah, okay, cool.
So I will cast that. Now it says that when I cast it, that turn I have, I can escape like being grappled or restrained from non-magical means, so such as manacles or being grappled.
Yep.
So I will spend my action to use that spell and get these suckers the hell off of me.
Yep.
All right. And then I will step right out of the circle.
Cool.
Use my movement too.
Here comes 6 attacks of opportunity.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's okay. I understand.
Well, actually, no. Wrong die. It's going to be disadvantaged. Alright, so natural 13 plus 6 is 19, so that's 1.
Double match.
That's going to miss. That's going to miss. That's going to miss. That's going to miss. That was 4th one or 5th one?
That was the 5th one.
Alright.
The first one hit. The other
Cool.
4.
Only the first one's going to hit.
Okay. How much am we talking about here?
He's going to try to take a bite out of your neck. So that's going to be 7 piercing.
Okay. 7.
And nice.
2 1s, so 2 necrotic.
Yep.
Okay. So that lowers my hit point maximum to 57 from 73, and I'm at 36 hit points. And you said 7 piercing and 2 necrotic.
Yep.
So overall 9.
Yep.
All right. I'm looking at 27 hit points, and it was a really good thing that I decided to actually heal myself with my bonus actions.
Nice.
I mean, I still would have been able to get away, but at the same time, it was nice that I think it was better safe than sorry on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so these suckers are in my magic circle.
Yep. And with that, your lich friend is going to shoot at them with another ray of frost, and he's going to hit with a natural 18. Now, which one is he going to target? Número 5. All right. This is going to hit number 5. All right. Ooh, bad damage.
Yeah.
All of 6.
Only 6?
You rolled 3 ones, dude.
He's rolling good to hit.
Mm-hmm. All right, it is their turn now. Minus. Okay, what can they do? How tall does Magic Circle go?
It is. Let me look it back up.
Is it just a diameter and infinite height?
It does have a height. I know that for sure when I was looking at the
Okay.
the spell, but I'll read it for you word for word. That way there's no confusion or anything.
Right.
So range is 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Duration is an hour. For an hour, I create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point on the ground that you can see within range.
Okay.
Glowing runes appear wherever the cylinder, blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying one of the effects is that the creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel to do so, must succeed on a charisma saving throw. But when I cast the spell, I can elect to cause its magic to operate in the reverse direction, preventing a creature of the specified type from leaving the cylinder and protecting targets outside.
From the cylinder. Okay, cool. So can't even like stack up on top of each other and have one or two of them jump out and start attacking that way. There's a lid on the jar. There's a lid on the jar, as it were.
Yes. They're basically warded by magical means of not being able to get out unless they can use that some type of interplanar travel.
Yeah, no,
Or
they're
teleportation.
they're stuck.
Good.
So it's back to your turn.
I'll just use my channel divinity to do Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and get them all with that, which
Okay.
will be
Do
2d10.
they roll a save?
They do. They will roll a Constitution save, which the spell save will be DC for that. Or I'm sorry, 15.
15.
16.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 DC.
Okay. All right. So that's one fail. That's an uber fail. That's a success. So 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. All right, 4 to 2.
Okay. And I gotta roll 2d10s.
Well, in the one case that succeeded, it doesn't matter. His hit points are too low.
So one is a 9, and the other is a 3. So we're looking at 12 plus my cleric level, which is 7. So 19 radiant damage overall.
Cool. So that one is also dead. And that's the other one that passed, so he's going to take half of 19, which rounded that down is going to be 9. There's no way in hell you should have survived that.
I think. Well, the two things that saved me were remembering that I had Magic Circle.
Yeah.
And bringing out that holy symbol of Ravenkind to get that disadvantage.
Yeah, no kidding. But you were fucking swarmed, dude.
Yeah, that was not. I mean, because I really had to think about how I could just get out of this.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't even thinking about destroying them. I was just thinking, how can I just get the fuck away?
Yep.
But I mean, I guess it worked out.
Mm-hmm. Being that you're, a little bit effed up with dirt and debris all over you, your lich companion is going to use prestidigitation to spiffy you up, get all the dirt and dust off of you.
Thanks, buddy.
The vampire spawns are going to take their turn. They're going to continue to burn in the sunlight, which actually kills one of them outright. And the remaining 3 are so bad off, they're going to die in the next round.
Well, young man, that was actually quite impressive.
Ruric is just like bleeding. He feels like absolute shit.
Take an
He's
inspiration.
sweating and panting profusely.
Take an inspiration point for remembering your spells and using them to such a tactical advantage.
Thank you. Oh my god. Holy shit. I'm not sure if you were thinking this or not, but I would like to propose that I do not take all of this fucking experience. Can we kind of split it between me and the Lich? That way I don't actually go up a level or something.
I think even then it's a distinct possibility.
How am I supposed to hide this from the group? How am I supposed to... Wait. What do I get at level 8? I get an ability score improvement, and I get a divine domain feature.
There's also the fact that you've already, at this point, taken your long rest benefit. So, next session, you're going to be keeping your current expenditure of spell slots and your current expenditure, or loss rather, reduction of maximum hit points.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, at dawn, whenever it happens, that's when your amulet will recharge itself, regardless. That's something that's not tied to rests at all. But holy F-bombing shit, dude.
Yeah. Oh my god. I literally can't believe that just fucking happened. Oh, I'm stupid.
Well, on the bright side, we made sure that they didn't do anything to the books. I wonder why they went down here in the first place.
Can I roll insight maybe to see why they would have even been down here?
Yeah.
Alright. 14 plus 6 is non-natural 20.
You suspect, after gaining his powers of the Gift of the Vampire from that one particular amber block in the niche, that it's entirely possible he left the... Excuse me. It's entirely possible that he left these vampire spawn down here in order to try and deter anyone else from gaining the same power that he gained.
Makes sense. Well, you very, very, very narrowly almost succeeded.
Holy shit, dude.
I think this will probably go down in history. In our group's D&Ding campaigns. And I can't tell Martin or John anything about this yet. And I want to so bad. And I just want to see the looks on their faces and they're like, how the fuck? I'm like, I don't know.
So I'm going to need to upload all of these this week and make sure they watch them.
Holy shit. Well, I think Ruric's had enough adventuring around for this little session. He's gonna go back to the campsite.
All right, well, if you really feel you must, but feel free to come back and chat anytime. You've been truly delightful, and, well, maybe, hopefully, I'll remember more about anything. But meanwhile, let's go back to my room, and then I'll see you off from there, shall we?
Very well.
All right.
And from there, he'll lead you back to his room, wave you goodbye as you head off. As you go passing through the next room with the alcove, I do need you to make me another wisdom saving throw.
Not over.
Of course not.
All right. Okay, God, I thought that was going to be a 4. It was an 11. Wisdom plus 5, so 16.
All right, 16 is exactly what you needed.
Ugh.
Go through all that ass pain, get all that XP, and then fall to a trap.
Die.
Potentially.
Oh wow! I'm so glad I got past all those vampire spawn. Steps on a pressure plate.
No,
Oh, I wonder what that was.
no,
As
it's
a log just comes flying down from the ceiling. Oh.
no, it's more like a magical aura trap, spell trap.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say wisdom, probably something
Yep.
like that. Wisdom or intelligence always
Mm-hmm.
seems to be anything related to magic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with that, Ruric does make it back to his camp and finds that nothing has happened to the party while he's been not on watch.
Yeah.
He's definitely gained some more information, and he needs some time to process everything that he's gone through. Maybe spend a little bit of his watch meditating with Helm as to the stupidity and lessons learned of his actions tonight.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'll have to talk to Austin as well, and maybe see why the fuck that he did that.
yeah.
Because I don't even feel like that's the same person right now.
No, that's definitely what Ruric would have done with the whole do anything to gain power flaw that he picked up.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it was kind of true to that.
Yep. So, yeah.
He did. That lich did cast prestidigitation on me, right?
Yep. So you're all cleaned up except for the holes in your neck.
Yeah. Is there any way that I'll be able to spend my hit die at least?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm probably gonna use them all because holy fuck, I'm at 27 hit points.
Or you can ritual cast Cure Wounds as well.
I guess sure I could do that. But I can only do that like once every so often, right?
No, you can ritual cast as many times as you want.
Oh, okay. Then that's what I will do.
Okay,
I
cool.
will just keep doing that until I'm at, well, my hit point maximum now is 57.
So
I guess 57.
So yeah, you'll just keep doing it until you've accumulated 30 more points. All right, so we will see everybody next week. New stream schedule is Saturday morning, 6 p.m. Pacific time, or a.m. Sorry, 6 a.m. Pacific time. Going for however long the party can either tolerate or, given shenanigans like this, survive.
I don't know how, man.
I don't either. Like, statistically, that should not have gone the way it did, but it did, so congratulations, you lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like a dead man walking right now.
In more ways than one. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week.